Geostationary satellites are communication satellites placed in the Earth's orbit. These satellites travel in this orbit at just the correct speed to keep over the exact same spot on Earth at all times in order to transmit information. It is placed approximately 35,800 kilometers over the equator and revolves in the same direction that the Earth rotates, west to east. These satellites have equipment used in environmental monitoring communication via a relay system that allows them to optimize forecasting through weather imaging. These satellites are used in communication, including satellite TV, global positioning, weather imaging, and environmental and security monitoring applications. On Earth, large dish-shaped aerials send signals to the satellites, and the satellites send the signals back to similar signals on different continents. A transponder, which is on board the satellite, receives a weak signal from the aerials on Earth, then amplifies it and changes the frequency and resends the signal to another aerial on Earth but in a different location. Most communication satellites are placed in a geosynchronous orbit, which is some 35,000 kilometers above the equator. This orbit is what allows the satellite to stay located over the exact same spot above the equator. So why does the dish have to face in the same direction? They must stay in the same position and face the same direction to ensure that the signals are received and retransmitted in the correct directions and to the intended receivers. The Earth spins on its axis once every 24 hours and so therefore has a period of rotation of 24 hours. These satellites revolve around the Earth, and so to remain in the same revolution period as the Earth, the satellite must be placed at a height of around 35,000 kilometers above the equator in order to orbit the Earth at the same time it rotates. This is important so that the satellite dish on Earth and the geostationary satellite in space remain directly above each other so the signals are received, transmitted and retransmitted correctly. The geosynchronous orbit is an orbit that allows satellites to match the Earth's rotation. This orbit can only be achieved at an altitude very close to 35,000 kilometers, and it must be directly above the equator. The satellite stays within the Earth's orbit because of the Earth's gravitational pull, and due to the speed in which they travel at, they are unable to fall past the horizon. Most communication satellites are in a geostationary orbit, and so they have a certain spot on Earth in which they have to stay directly above while staying at the same rotational period in which the Earth is. These satellites use microwaves, and when reflected from transmitting dishes, they tend to travel in straight lines. The aerials that send and detect these microwaves must be pointing in the correct direction. The Earth and satellite dishes must be facing each other for this signal to work. They need to cover various areas of the planet in order for the whole planet to be able to access this communication technology, as well as allowing areas to communicate.